besties, some of these reasons I will give you will shock you, but I want you to get to know me better. So the first reason is my laughter. Okay, breathe in. Don't be shocked, don't be shocked. Let me first give you a background information. If someone had told me that today I'll be doing YouTube talking about social work, relocation, and lifestyle, I'm like, ooh, that's not me. Because YouTube was just a place for me to catch cruise. You can go down and watch my earliest videos. I did not even delete them because I want you to actually go back and see them. I was catching cruise. So unofficially, I started YouTube in 2020. That was during the pandemic period. I was so bored at home and I started making lots of videos that kept me entertained. And even after that, I started doing movie reviews because I love watching movies a lot and I love doing a critique and analyzing movies. So I started doing it on my channel and I love the fact that I could keep rewatching it on my channel. But of course, as at then, YouTube was just a hobby for me. There was no structure, no direction. Anything I felt like posting, I would just post on YouTube and have fun. But when I would say I officially started YouTube was last year, because that was when I was consistent and I decided that this is not going to be a hobby, this would kickstart my brand. So besties, before I took YouTube seriously, I had watched one or two YouTubers and the way they sounded, especially lots of YouTubers in the femininity and elegance niche, and it sounded very prim and proper. That should be the word. And as much as I'm a very principled person and I'm quite elegant if I do say so myself, I also have a hyper energy. Jesus. Hey God. There are some times that after making a video, when I am editing, I'm like, Ada, why were you smiling throughout the video? And I don't know why. All my videos just exude this happy, hyper energy, and that is who I am. When I put on the camera, it just reflects, and I realized that in most of my videos I'm smiling throughout. By the way, in my personal life, one way I know if someone does not like me is when the person tells me, why do you like laughing? Why do you like smiling? That's just a telltale sign for me, because should I be crying? Should I be sad? Who are you? Please. So I'm always happy. When I started YouTube, I wanted to contain that personality because I had seen people that were quite, I don't know the word to use. I don't want to say dull because they are not dull. Quiet. But me, I have so much vavavoo. And even when I'm talking about something as abstract as social work, relocation, because wait besties, let's be sincere. Is social work a topic that is filled with lots of juice? No. Is relocation something that is filled with lots of juice? It actually is not. Because things that are filled with lots of juice to me are things that contain maybe controversy, too much drama and energy. But here I am talking about social work, talking about relocation, and I am so hyper about it because I genuinely love talking about it. So at the point I started feeling like, wait, am I laughing too much? Am I smiling too much? And the funny thing is that my laughter, Jesus. See, I've seen lots of YouTubers that their laughter, they laugh like, it. That sounded so horrible. But they laugh like, I can't even fake it, Jesus. Like their laughter is just very small and oh my my laughter, oh my God, it carries a personality of its own. And for a lot of times, like when I started editing earlier, I would be cutting off my laughter. So I'm like, what if the person watching it feels like laughing too much? What if? I'm sure this was not a reason to quit YouTube, but it was something that was uncomfortable at a point because I kept thinking about the person watching me, like, hope they will not feel like I'm laughing too much. Hope. till I got to a point where I'm like, and so? Because something I realized is I cannot be everybody's cup of tea. There are some people that will watch me and they will just fall in love with every single thing about how I deliver my content. Those are my people. And there are some people that I would be too much for. So I got to realize that, see, if I am too much for you, go and find less. But I would not dim my light. Like, I would not contain my hyper character. No, 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 no. I would not laugh small. No, I would laugh big, big. I would laugh from my stomach that you will feel it that somebody is laughing. And the irony of this is, when I owned myself, owned my personality, owned my laughter, to my greatest surprise, all the comments I've ever seen concerning my laughter have all been amazing comments. People tell me, I love your energy, and I'm like, God, thank you, I did not dim myself. Because imagine if I was talking about, okay, now social work is about, so if you want to, so if you want to be an international student studying social work, what you need to do is that me? No, because me, I would say, so if you want to be an international, like there is so much babavu. And that's something that would have been an issue, but see me. Now, the second thing is my voice. I know you may be like, what are you talking about? But yes, now, you may not have noticed, but I don't have an average feminine voice. I don't sound like this.
So my name is Ada and I love talking about social work.
I don't. My voice is velvety. Now, one thing you realize is these two things I've mentioned, I'm sure it has never crossed your mind. Why? These things are just intrusive thoughts that actually concerns me. Because something I realize is that once you have value to give to people, people don't even care about all these things that don't matter. The things that you think are issues are things that people absolutely love. And I got to the point I realized that, my God, my voice is amazing. I do not need to sound that was bad. I am my original person and I have a strong personality, and that's okay. Now, the third thing that almost made me quit YouTube was in terms of subscribers. The irony of this part is I actually did not consider this an issue until people started mentioning it to me. So I remember someone told me, for the level of value you give out, you don't have lots of subscribers. And I don't know why I actually thought about that. What I should have done was to have said, and so. Because right now my energy is and so, because subscriber count is something that is not within my control. Within my control, I'm doing the best I can do, which is to give out valuable content, to connect with my community. But if someone watches me and decides not to subscribe, and so, because at the end of the day, these things are vanity metrics. And of course, to some people it matters. But to me, what matters the most is that once you come across my channel or my videos, you gain something from them. And is that happening? Yes. Because I read my comments, I read my DMs. I may not have thousands and millions of subscribers, but I have a community of people that actually want to hear me talk. And that means the world to me. So yes, do I want more subscribers? Yes, I do. And that's the reason why I always say, please subscribe to my channel. I just realized that I didn't even introduce myself. If you're watching me for the first time, and you're still watching up till now, my name is Ada, and I'm also known as the Legal Pepper. So please stay subscribed to this amazing community. But even if they don't come in the speed with which I want them to come, guess what? The subscribers I have are enough. Currently, I have 940 subscribers. That is 940 human beings that decided to subscribe to me. Jesus, that's a lot. And I am immensely grateful for that. People always tell me, how do you cope with combining YouTube, your life, especially people that know my personal life and know that I'm doing lots of things. And I've been able, by God's grace, to consistently churn out videos that I am pleased with. People have asked me, how are you doing it? Now that's going to be a story for another day. But one thing I will tell you is, being a YouTuber is a full-time job. When I was younger, I used to watch people say they are full-time YouTubers. And then I used to be like, how can you be a YouTuber full-time? What are you doing for work? But I realized that YouTube is the work. YouTube is full-time. Jesus. Nobody told me. It is full-time. By the time I edit this video and post it out, it may be maybe 20 minutes or 18 minutes. But guess what? It was more than that before editing, because the editing alone takes time. Filming takes time. Everything takes time. And although it has not made me think of quitting, because I genuinely love doing this, you need to understand. In fact, you may not understand how much I love doing this. And even at times when I actually feel quite discouraged, once I check my DMs or I check my comment section and I see the fact that lots of people get value from what I teach, I want to do more. And that's just it. Now, one final thing I didn't talk about is the fact that putting yourself out there is actually a lot of work. People think it's not a big deal until you become a YouTuber or you become a content creator. You're literally putting yourself out there. If I release this video, for instance, I have released it to the world or to whoever gets in contact with the video. And I've been on the internet long enough to know that the internet can be a vile place. So of course it can be amazing, but it can also be vile. Because you can just see a troll that knows nothing about your life and they just start trolling you. So although that did not affect or even influence me, because for me, I always focus on the positive. So on my channel, like, thank God, God has blessed me with amazing besties. Really, like, I'm not just saying it because you are watching it. I'm saying it because it's a reality. God has actually blessed me with amazing besties that genuinely like me. The fourth thing that was an issue is carving a niche. Because as I said earlier, when I started YouTube, it had no structure. So I did not start with the aim of focusing on a particular thing. So I kept seeing lots of people saying different things. Some people would say you have to carve a niche because the riches are in the niches. Rema. And some other people would say, don't carve a niche, talk about anything you want to talk about. And the truth is, I think there are pros and cons to both advice. But it also confused me because I'm like, what is my niche? But over time, I realized that I am more focused on my target audience because I am my niche. I am. My target audience would be any international student or person living in the UK or social work student or aspiring student or someone that loves a good lifestyle. That's it. What that means is I can talk about content on any of these niches. Now, this actually limited me in some aspects because there was a time, in fact, I'm still in that season, where I actually wanted to say lots of things and teach on finances, because one aspect of my life that I've not officially brought on social media or YouTube is my financial life. Like, I am very, very big on finances. You just don't want to know the many things that I do. And when I started saying, hey besties, I didn't even plan to start saying it. It just came so natural because you are like my besties. So when I put on the camera, one thing I always want to say is, do not waste your besties' time. What information do you want to give to your besties? And with that, I want to give value. So in my financial life, I have made some progress, especially with financial education, and I wanted to teach about it. But I'm like, hey, will someone now say, why are you talking about stocks and shares when I want to hear about Japa? And that actually limited me. But now I have come to understand that I have a target audience, and my target audience are interested in finances the same way they're interested in every aspect of life. Because if you want to have a good lifestyle, you have to have a complete life. Can you have a good lifestyle without finances? Absolutely no. So learning about my target audience, and I'm still in that learning phase, has taught me that, see baby, you can actually talk about anything you want to talk about in these fields and niches. So that has helped me. So besties, that's just it about this video. Now, all these things are said, none of them, absolutely none, has made me think of quitting YouTube, and I would not, by God's grace. That's it, besties, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Jesus, I'm so tired. Bye guys.